Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 preview playthrough as the Empire of the Hand. In the last episode, we really pushed into Zinja's territory. He has, I think, 7 planets left is what we just found out, and those planets are going to be reduced by probably 3 to 7 in this episode. We got the first look at the Kynagos last episode as well, so we are going to move Neritz back in there. We're going to move our ground forces over to here as well. I hope I didn't send those into the same slot.
Construction complete.
But we're gonna invade Zinj on Dathomir next. Probably gonna go for Dathomir, Farai Junction, and Findar. I was really hoping the CSA would take out. They'd keep fighting over these planets, and I'm pretty sure they probably are. But for those of you watching this on YouTube, I am recording it live on Twitch, so I will be doing my best to answer, Twitch questions as they come up. Let's see. Do we want to go for Vrosinri first? No, let's go for Dathomir space first. Okay. Go and invade.
Tactical battle imminent.
So they got a pretty big force here. It is their capital.
We've got him! Send reinforcements!
We have an interdictor though, so as long as our fleet is big enough, which it may not be. The 2 allegiances, 4 victories, strike cruiser, Golan.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, Frutessa,
Right away.
Maticus Sama, Arlani's art collection, then back into Thrawn, just in behind there, regular Syndic Destroyer, Trash Compactor, Echo. This is our second look at the Kynagos. Need a really big stick in behind. Avalon and Baodur. I'll leave the interdictor out for now. Ooh, yikes. Who are you hitting? Rip. That's not good.
They're coming in quick.
Alright.
Engines activated.
Go for those bombers.
Yes, Commander.
If we can take out a lot of the support ships, maybe we'll run after that.
Enemy craft.
Bombers, go for the victory there.
Fire. Eliminating target. Stay in formation. Get behind them.
I copy.
Commander, they're hitting us.
As if we can take out the victories a bit more quickly.
I'm on them.
Well, you can finish that off. Or can you finish that off? You can finish that off.
Target.
We do have a good amount of fighters still.
Report.
Excellent shot. I got one. I've got them in my
The
sight.
missile.
The assault conks off of you. And then the Peltist. Get Lawn, actually.
Go after the
You
straggler.
can snipe him out.
Regroup for another attack. They're coming in quick.
James is asking, when's the next stream you're doing with Charlie? I'm not sure. Like, we don't have anything specific planned. There's a possibility for another Bureau cart this week. Yeah, all our fighters are just getting shredded by those CR-90s in the back there. But Lawn's dead.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Preparing for jump.
Ah, shit.
Go.
Don't want that. Everyone leave.
I've detected.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, they're far shot. I did show the Kynagos the first time next to your Intigo. We lost Trash Compactor, so we lost our first Kynagos there. Silver Defender is asking, which of the designs is your favorite or least favorite? For the Empire of the Hand, I really love the Phalanx. I've always loved the Phalanx in all of its iterations. I don't think I can not say the Phalanx. My least favorite is probably the Baomu. I don't know that we're in a good enough position to attack them right now at Dathomir again with that, because they have 3 allegiances at least. So let's take Rocinri. Then we'll come back with one of these fleets. Probably bring over a phalanx or 2 from this fleet into the other fleet. Maybe even just swap mirrors or something. But we need a bit more heavy firepower there. I don't think one Intigo can tank 3 allegiances properly.
Adjusting navicomputer. Course
Maximum
spotted.
unit capacity.
Squad, advance.
Production halted. We've secured a build pad. Sensor node.
But yeah, we did take down Banjir. That's going to be a lot of their fighters gone.
Form up.
Along with the
Right away.
Construction complete.
command bonus. Okay, we can hit from there.
Awaiting orders.
So let's fall back.
Heading out.
Order, sir.
And I'm going to get a support field base. Because they are kind of rushing with some fast stuff.
Let's go. Fire at will. Attacking. Keep going. Targeting. This way. Reporting. Over there.
We'll check it out.
Firing. Yes, sir. T4B construction complete. Moving into position.
Alright, fall back, you guys.
Ready. All weapons loaded.
Everyone's defending.
Give me the target.
I think we should be okay. There's a lot coming right now. But am I going to do more squadron soon? Yeah. I'm not sure exactly when. Maybe that'll be part of the 12-hour stream on Saturday. Maybe do some squadrons, but I don't know. It's probably going to be more single player stuff for that actually. So squadrons will basically be maybe even when Justin's back.
Fire. Open fire.
Lead the way.
Is it that game I typically just play with other people.
Ready.
I love it, but I especially love it as a multiplayer thing.
There they are.
I think streaming it solo wouldn't be
Blast them.
as enjoyable for people.
Sir.
Roger that. Underway. Almost there. Form up. Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's get over here.
Heading out.
So we'll try to take out some of that.
Reporting in.
Well, the rest of these guys go north.
Right away.
We'll assist you.
I copy. Attack that target. Attacking target. Moving out. Fire at will. Heading out.
We've lost the build pad.
All out troops. Attacking.
Alright, we got some soldiers coming over. So,
Awaiting orders.
Form up.
uncrouch, and we're going to go from both directions.
Awaiting orders.
When does that stream start on Saturday? So the 12-hour stream is, I'm not 100% sure it's this Saturday. I still got to confirm that, but it should be. It is going to start at noon EST, and it's going to go until midnight.
We'll assist you. Acknowledge.
I've still got to work out the exact game schedule, but we should be playing about 6 games, about 2 hours each. Some Empire War, some Sins for sure. Then at least one of RimWorld and FTL.
That area, sir.
Maybe some other Star Wars games. But I'll probably put up like some polls or talk about it on Discord and see what people want.
We've secured a build pad.
Silver Defender's asking, I apologize if you've been asked this before, will we ever get the option to name ships during our own playthroughs? So these name ships are things that I have to code in. Making it so that you could like enter them in game isn't possible. There's no way to do that kind of like
Order acknowledged.
info entry in Empire War. I do still intend someday to do a tutorial on how to code them in as individual units, but that also means that certain mechanics don't work as intended as well, because like I end up having to enable them or disable them at different points. It's like research. That's going to be a bigger problem with the New Republic thing, but yeah, it's unfortunately not something that you can put in directly into the game. It basically just has to be a bunch of uniquely coded units. which can have other effects on the AI as well. That's why I only do them for the faction that I'm actually playing. But yeah, there's not really a clean way to do it, like an end user experience with that. These all seem to be tax collection agencies. So we are getting into the last bits of Zinj's territory, it looks like.
Almost there.
Alright, there's Racinry.
System conquered.
Well, they decided to come to us.
Incoming!
Why not make them like a minor hero unit? Well, there are some like named units in the game, like Megador, Dominion. We used to have like Emancipator and Liberator,
Navigating to coordinate.
but those are specific canon examples. If you try to do it with the number of units I have here, there's always going to be a bunch of problems. But if people coded it on their own, that would be essentially up to them, however they wanted their own ship to look like. But there's no way to have like in-game set custom names that you like type in while you're playing.
Right away.
Yes.
Alright, Fruitessa, move forward. I think we should be able to win this.
Ready for battle.
And then we'll go back and take Dathomir. They don't have their goal in supporting them here. There is a... Here, let's see if we can get to that Quasar out this way.
Yes, Commander. Heavy cruiser.
You know what? You go.
Understood. Sending money out.
The range on the Empire of the Hand stuff is always really helpful.
Awaiting orders.
Warm up. Awaiting.
Clawcraft.
Copy.
They have, what, 2 CR90s that they brought? Or did I imagine that? Doesn't look like they have any.
I copy.
So let's get the bombers in there. We're going to go for this one first. You're going to pull back.
Awaiting.
You're going to pull in front.
We're moving
For
out.
another run.
Or as in front as EAW lets me do with you.
Fire.
Get our interceptors in. Peltist, go for it.
Awaiting your command.
Locking on. Enemies in range.
And while you're doing power to weapons, I'm going to send some Syndics after you. But this one is going to be weak. So
Intercepting.
we got to kite it out.
I'm on them. Stay in formation.
Your command, sir.
Here we go.
Full speed.
Falling out of formation.
Heavy cruiser.
And you can do the same.
Attack formation.
Now you can turn around.
I have them now.
Targeting the laser systems.
Yes, Commander.
Go after the stragglers. Regroup for another attack.
Oh, you're actually attacking.
Heavy cruiser.
No, come out. And you guys go up there.
Taking fire.
Yes.
Bombers, those shields are down, so go on to this one.
Forcing in.
I'm losing.
I'm going to get the Intigo
They're hitting us.
to attack the VSD.
What do you need?
'Cause you guys are doing fine over here.
I got.
Destroy their turbo.
Falling out of formation.
And that's going to put out a lot of damage.
Roger that. Attack that target.
Draw their fire.
Hello, Rhino. Hello, Death.
Attack formation.
How's it going?
Go after the stragglers.
Alright, Ascendancy is taking some damage.
Another attack.
Form up.
They're coming in quick.
Yeah, backhand of Thrawn is going to rip here.
Taking fire.
Here, you guys have got to go over to this one.
Destroyer here.
And let's see if we can move the Peltis damage onto this as well.
Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
Heavy cruiser on standby.
We don't need to worry about the engines because we have an interdictor, so they're not going to try to retreat.
Copied.
Sending stars fire here. All batteries fire on the target.
I'm losing.
Yes, Commander.
I got.
Fire on my weapons.
So we did lose an Ascendancy,
Waiting your
Draw their fire.
which is sad,
on my heavy guns.
but we're getting to the point where we can afford to replace it.
Main batteries. Moving to attack.
Ready. Heading out.
What do you need, sir?
Without too much trouble. It's never desirable to lose them,
Move out.
but Let's see if we can pull you away from the danger zone. You've tanked up enough.
Star Destroyer
It's
standing
probably just
by.
moving you further up into danger.
Our launch bay is gone.
Target locked.
What do you need, sir?
Eliminating target.
Target locked.
Coming around.
Alright, we gotta take out
The engine system is down.
weapons. Light quads, or light quad turbo lasers. Light dual, light quad, hold on. Yeah, I guess take out that one.
Holding fire.
You
for
on that one. You. That one.
What do you need, sir? Destroy their turbo lasers. Sending Star Destroyer here.
Go after the stragglers.
There we go. That's pretty much all the actual anti-hull weaponry, so we don't have to worry about it.
Firing on their weapon systems.
It was probably fine either way. Can't be too careful.
Destroy their turbo lasers. Firing on their weapon systems. All batteries fire on the target. Firing on the target. Target acquired. We are victorious.
Alright. Wow, it's already 4. I have not eaten today. That's always the thing that gets in the way of my plans to stream longer than usual. So I forget I haven't eaten. Okay, well that's going to open up the ability for us to take Dathomir. Because there will still be at least one allegiance there. Of course, they could have moved it, but if they didn't.
Building started.
Yeah, let's go and take Dathomir. The CSA needs to do their job. CSA and Meldrude.
We've come across enemy units.
Not as weak as I'd hoped.
Choose your reinforcements.
We can do it. Frutessa, Arlani's art collection, Madagasama, a really big stick. Let's get a tender on each side.
We'll be there shortly.
For Robagan, Syndic Destroyer, Echo Attack Barge. Especially having lost an Ascendancy and one of the kind of ghosts.
Firing on the target.
Yes, Commander.
But if they want to send out these guys, who are you going for with that? It's that every time.
TIE squadron here. Regroup for another attack.
See what we can do in the time it takes to reload that HV gun. See if you can take out
Your orders.
the Golan.
Awaiting your command. The lasers are
And we do need to focus most of our damage onto
Sending Star Destroyer
the
here.
Allegiance.
Click.
What do you need?
But I am going to leave
On the target.
More enemy craft.
some stuff
Taking
on these little guys.
Destroyer here.
getting
Flank
locked.
speed.
Excellent shot.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Alright, see if you can pull out there.
I'm on there.
Firing on the target.
Commander.
Where do
Direct
you go?
fire at their laser cannons.
Nowhere to
Alright,
run.
now can you turn out there?
Sing it.
Falling out of formation. Draw their fire.
See if we can pull you away and get
Attack formation.
shields back on you.
Our primary engine system is down. Coming
See if we can
about.
pull you out there.
Stay in behind them. I have them.
We use the Cardin model for Rancor base.
Enemies in range.
Eventually, like regular Cardins will probably come back in, but we're gonna do another new model for it. So we had a new model for Ascendancy, our Sins mod, but that is quite old at this point already.
Lost our turbo lasers.
Alright, you can come back in now.
Firing on their weapon systems.
Destroyer here.
Go there.
Where'd he go?
Targeting.
Nowhere to
You
run.
need, sir.
Yeah, get the main banks.
Turbo lasers.
See if I can pull you back, because you are now main gunless. And I'm going to take out the strike cruiser with this.
Copy.
Target locked.
We'll have to focus on some of these frigates first. There we go.
I copy. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Reporting. The lasers are our target.
What do you need, sir? Destroy the hangar.
Alright.
Sending Star Destroyer here. Destroy their turbo lasers.
Coming around.
Destroyer on
Star Destroyer standing by.
We do have to be a little bit wary of that HV gun coming back online there.
target acquired.
So I don't want to bring in the Prolipsy. If they ever want to retreat, they can.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
Star Destroyer
Falling out of
reporting in.
formation.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Pleasure's asking, do you have any plans for the Warlords to get new ship types or heroes in later eras, or do you still want the Warlords to be at their full strength in Era 1 like they are in lore? So there's only so many Imperial units that we can split between what is currently like 5 Imperial factions. So having them vary based on era, especially when you can't lock earlier units, basically just means giving them more of the same. Because like there's not supposed to be a strength progression. That's not what the era system is, especially not for the Empire. Like it's not a tech system. You're not unlocking new, better stuff. And when we have to spread a set amount of content around that many factions in order to make sure that they are in some way unique, like there's not really a reason to give them new stuff, and there's not really that much different stuff to give them. It's better to build their raw, like with most factions, we're building their rosters and they have what makes sense. And there's some that interact with the era system based on like improving tech, and especially with like the Vong War, more would get that. But that like having them change with the eras isn't really a primary goal there,
Reporting in.
especially when they're primarily present in the earlier eras.
Firing on their weapon systems.
Because like most factions, we don't try to have like 5 different rosters for 5 different eras, but if you were to do that with the Warlords as well as the Empire, you don't need 5 different rosters, you need 25 essentially.
Firing on their weapon systems.
And especially when we try not to have too much redundant stuff, when you need to have a viable roster at all points, because we're not starting with like Corvettes and then unlocking new stuff as you go, or like unlocking capital ships at Air 5 or something. Then it would basically mean stuff becomes redundant.
Form up. Moving out.
Well, yeah, there's specific examples like the XR85 where they are getting something new and better, but like the overall intent, especially when you consider it relative to what they're fighting, isn't necessarily like things get better as quote-unquote tech progresses. It's like when you unlock the Turbulence or something when you're playing in future stuff with like Vong War, post-Vong War content, then that'll be like a new really cool ship, but it's not like the overall power of the factor is meant to get better, because like even stuff like pop cap or cost of the ships are scaled to the power,
Destroy their turbo lasers.
so it's generally not like straight upgrades for things.
Destroy the hangar.
I copy.
Because if something's better, it's usually going to be more expensive as well.
Reporting.
So it's not like factions will get like left behind because like someone else is getting new tech, because they're paying money. Like the cost of that tech is going up proportionally. Because the other thing to keep in mind is that the era system is essentially a government mechanic for the Empire. It's not a tech system. It is a container for event, and it's part of like the Empire's leadership. So like there are other things that can unlock new heroes or new content that are independent of who's leading the Empire, because that's all that really is. Like there's an element where it's like representing a certain time period. There's an element where it's changing based on who's leading the Empire, because that's the best way to do the time period change. But things like legitimacy or capturing certain planets and getting influence on them, those are all ways to get new and different stuff without trying to force the era system to be like a universal tech system, because that isn't really what it's meant for, and that isn't what it would really be good at.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
Destination confirmed. We're on our way.
Yes, Commander.
Commander?
So now we just got to kill the shipyard.
What do you need, sir?
James Grant's asking, when I play the fleet builder mode, I can never seem to have control of the Empire of the Handships. Is this a bug? Yes, that is a known bug. That has been fixed for the next version.
Destroyer here.
So hopefully we can just finish this. I'm not sure why they haven't been shooting the HV gun, or have they, and I just haven't noticed.
What do you need, sir?
But the sooner we kill them, the better.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
Here, you can get down there.
Yes, Commander. Sending moving out.
But we got Dathomir.
Roger that.
What do you need, sir? Destroyer en route. Sending Star Destroyer here. Yes,
Because there are also a lot of factions, especially the ones that we have to design everything for, like, say,
moving out.
the Hapens, the Empire of the Hand, where it's just not feasible to design
Destroyer here.
a bunch of stuff to, like, both fill the roster and then fill any changes in the roster. Do they have something hidden here?
Entering the nebula.
Star Destroyer comms open.
Or is it that the fighters are being victory relevant right now? Because there were a couple that were like that.
Starting our attack run.
Sentinel's asking, if you have someone from your cabinet as the New Republic, can you add them later? So this is referring to the new mechanic we showed off in the recent, what is currently the most recent news video, but that might actually change by the time this episode goes up, where as a New Republic you're able to choose your command staff. So you have a bunch of options for your fleet commanders, and you're able to like retire certain ones, hire in different ones for both different military effects and political effects. If you do kick someone, if you replace someone in your command staff, you are able to add them in later. So if you want to swap Akbar or something for some reason, you are able to bring him back later if you have an open slot.
The enemy has been defeated.
Oh, there looks like there was something hiding up there. But yeah, so you are outside of what would probably just be like specific situations with certain characters. Crap, we lost Prolipsy Interdictor. That is sad. That was probably from the auto-resolve. But yeah, there will probably be some characters that would, for whatever for story reasons, might get limited from it. But the design of the system is that, in general, no. And those people would be noted, like it'd be in their description. So you're rarely, if ever, locking yourself entirely out of being able to get someone unless they die.
Underway.
If you sub in Han and then sub him out, will you get him as a ground hero again? Yeah, with characters like Han, if you put him in Mon Ramonda, then take him out of Mon Ramonda, that should replace him with the Millennium Falcon version. It isn't meant to... It wouldn't get rid of him in that situation.
Right away, sir.
Okay,
Underway.
let's bring them over. And let's see. I really want some air strikers again.
Unit in production.
So let's get some air strikers again.
Invasion commencing.
And let's take Dathomir. With Tubo the Hutt defending the defense. Or commanding the defense, not defending the defense.
Commander.
Choose your reinforcements.
Adjusting navigation.
Alright. One of the main things that we still have to do for the release is we are reworking the ground battle handler, which is the thing that controls all the scripts, both for some of the field-based stuff, for the victory point, and it also does something new for Fall of the Republic, where there's proximity voice cues. So, like, if you have Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting in an area, occasionally they'll talk to each other. So the script is really messy for ground because it started as just like one thing for the victory points, and then it turned into like field bases, then it turned into the audio cues. So that's all being refactored right now, and it's one of the weirdest things because it has some of the most individually buggy features. So we're still sorting through all that. And then we have to do kind of the same thing for space, because what we have in space is called the random event queue right now. It's just used for raids at the moment, but we kind of need to change it from random events to like handling different systems in general.
Reporting in.
Oh crap.
All right, men. Load your weapons. Fall out, troops.
We're playing Fall of the Republic now. Get out of there.
Roger.
Ready for duty. Moving to coordinates.
Yes, sir. This way. Over there. T4P mobile.
Ready for command.
Yes, Commander. Ready.
Alright.
Moving
We need
into
to get up here.
Unit destroyed.
You know what?
Situation untenable.
I think we're gonna wait until we have some other forces here. I don't want to lose everything on this assault. We need the airstrikers in particular. What do we want to do then? I thought the Empire would want to take some of these planets. Looks like, well, I guess they don't have great access out there. If we have access, we can attack the Arido Authority. I kind of want to do that. We can take Bakura from the New Republic still. Which planet are you? Or which map are you? Do we know? No. We could sneak in the back for Il Shah. So we have Thrawn's fleet here. But again, I want them to fight each other. Is that so wrong? Kind of. Okay, looks like we're going for Tangren. You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. The Arido Authority needs to stop. Do we need to be the ones to stop them? Is that what this is gonna be? Is that our destiny? I think it might be our destiny. We do have the Empress here. They have defenses there. Here, let's try to draw them back.
Tactical battle imminent.
Enemy forces ahead.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, Tundro. Ascendancy's armor. Phalanx. My tractor is sect. I really don't think Phalanx is meant to be in that title. I think I made a mistake there.
Fallout.
Copy.
Ascendancy Warlord Star. Captain some macro.
We'll get there.
I saw the ship in half. Not the Pillar of Autumn. Look, Ma, I'm on TV.
Target locked.
And Holy Diver. I guess we can still fit in Rafika. We can fit in Dread. We can fit in Steadfast. Churchill, 37-20 to 1. Karu.
Closing on target.
And School.
Intercepting. Locking on. Pursuing.
They have more than I thought here, but I don't think it's enough to be a huge threat. Oh, never mind. Alright, let's sneak around with these guys. What are you going for? Are you going for another kind of ghost?
Stay in formation.
Is this going to be the end of Dread? It looks like it's going to be the end of Dread. I don't know why they have such a hate on for the kind of ghosts,
Range.
but they just go for it every time.
I got it. I copy. Attack that
TIE
target.
interceptor here.
All right, let's grab all of you.
Target. Yes, sir. Let's move.
Let's start going for the Vice Via,
Target locked.
or not the Viz Via,
Sights.
the Valaduja.
Eliminating target.
Station starting with V.
Intercepting.
Excellent shot. Coming back around for another run.
Getting a lock. Intercepting.
I got it.
Destroyer here.
I'm on them. Locking on.
All right, we'll keep going through that side.
Target locked.
Commander.
Bombers all over there.
Stay in formation.
Yes, Commander. Firing on the target.
Ready. Attacking. TIE squadron here.
What do you need, sir? Target acquired.
Get behind them.
At your service.
TIEs reporting in.
I have them now. Eliminating target. I'm on them.
Okay,
Coming around.
kill it,
Yes, Commander.
kill it,
Target
What do you
locked.
need, sir?
kill it,
Excellent shot.
kill it.
Roger that.
And I guess Tendro can go in.
No enemy craft.
Yeah, you guys can all go a little bit closer.
Locking on.
Phalanxes, you're a lot of our damage,
Target locked.
and you're just sitting back.
Eliminating target.
And the skip rays. I mean, if you want to talk about a lot of damage, it's the skip rays.
I've got them in my sights. Excellent shot. Coming back around for another run. I got one.
Getting a lock. Intercepting. Locking on. I'm on them. Enemies in range. Target locked. I got fighters Stay in formation. Eliminating target. Get behind them.
All right.
We've got them on scopes.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
I have them now.
Their turbo lasers.
My plan of waiting for the CSA to attack. Maybe we'll be able to back off,
Orders, sir.
Taking fire.
and the CSA will be a bit braver with it.
I'm on them.
If we just kind of do some strikes around here
Target
for now.
Yes, Commander.
I've got them in my
I
sights.
copy.
Coming back
Let's
around
move
for
out.
another run. Excellent shot. I got one.
Locking on.
Get over here and help.
Commander, they're hitting us.
What do you need, sir? Firing on my weapon systems. Destroy their turbo lasers.
Where'd he go?
Please don't. All right. Do they go for steadfast though? They do. Is it something weird with like the combat power value or something? Do they think it's that strong?
What do you need, sir? Yes, Commander. Awaiting orders.
It's just rude at this point, to be honest.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Yes, Commander.
All right. That is Tangren space.
Lock.
We are victorious.
The actual station there. But I think that's going to do it for this episode, and unfortunately, I think that's going to have to do it for the stream, because I need to find something to eat. But we'll probably end up doing more recording tomorrow afternoon for those watching live here on Twitch. That'll be November 17th is when that is. So tomorrow afternoon we'll record a couple more episodes, maybe another 4. I want to have a couple more episodes per week going out, because we're going to be starting the New Republic one soon, and then the new, Republic one soon. No comma, just different word. For Fall of the Republic. So those will be coming up. They'll have a bunch of new features for us to look at. We're getting some good progress here. We're about to break into Maldrude as well. So Zinja's probably one more episode of crushing him. Maldrude after that, then maybe CSA and Hapes. So we'll try to take out each of those in sequence. So we'll have that recording tomorrow. We will do another midnight EST stream tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably mapping Umbara. But hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.